You know, growing up as, a teenager, you're literally in your 20s, your teens, and the rest, bro. I believe that one thing that literally slows down your growth is addiction. Addiction can literally come in different forms. You can be addicted to corn, you can be addicted to drugs, alcohol, you can be addicted to you can even be your phone. You waste your time, spend all your time on social media, watching things that don't actually bring any benefit to your life. So I think one of the things that hinders us, from breaking through, achieving our purpose in life is addiction. And addiction is a very, very big, it's a very big problem in the society for real. And it's something we have to break out from. Like, shout out to those who aren't actually addicted to anything. I'm 19, and for a fact, like I can say I don't really have any addiction. There is nothing that I would say if I don't do this, I wouldn't feel okay. Like, it's something I must do every day. I must do this every day, and that's what we call addiction. Something that you can't do away with it. And then talking about not doing away with something. Some, like, they can't even stay a full day without watching cons, without gooning, without taking drugs, alcohol and the rest. But if you're literally out there, as a you, and you can boast about not being addicted to anything, then I think you are on the right path, because that's one of the first obstacle you have to overcome, as a young girl or boy, because addiction literally ruins lives out there. It kills dreams and it makes people hopeless. Before you realize, you've got to spend your time on this, you've got to spend your time, you're killing your emotions, you're killing your life, you're killing your mentality, like everything about you is just getting fucked up. So I think addiction is one thing we should try to overcome. Addiction wastes time for real. It does for real. And one of the ways you can actually try to overcome addiction is trying to get your mind and your hands occupied. As we all know, an idle mind, tends to create chance for the negative stuffs to come into your head. When you're idle, you see that you're doing nothing, and then you realize that those things which you are actually addicted to, they would actually start popping in your head. You'll be like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. So I think trying to get our hands occupied with something would actually set you free from addiction. And then another thing is, seeking help from professionals. You could go for counseling, you can seek help from a physician, you can actually open up to people. You can actually open up to people. Because if you're, like, addicted to something, the chances of you escaping that addiction on your own is below 10%. So you actually need a professional, someone to guide you on how to escape addiction, or else you'll be trapped in that same cycle for years and you will never leave it. So I think these are just the best two ways for you to leave addiction. And just in case you happen to leave addiction, the chances of you actually coming back to that is quite high. But you can try to discipline yourself. You can make decision on yourself that, look, I'm not going to do this. You can take steps and measures, like, that will actually deter you from doing things that will actually lead you back to that form of addiction. Okay, so I think this is just the end of my video today. We'll see you on our next video.